violent murder and that the victim was found beat to death with extreme trauma to her skull. A judge ordered that Sebastian here be held on a $2 million bond. He will now have a probable cause hearing set for next year, 2026, on January 2nd. According to reports, Sebastian is the son of a prominent and well-known man who owns restaurants in New York. His name is Dirk Van Stockum. Since Laura's death, her brother has described her as self-made and driven. Her brother told news outlets that Laura and Sebastian would often argue over what he should be doing, although she supported him in everything he did. It was also said that Laura was a talented writer and artist who previously worked as an editor for a Los Angeles movie production company. She later reportedly moved to New York and she met Sebastian's father, Dirk, and she worked for the Seagram Company. At the time of her death, she was a single mother and she was a high-end antiques dealer who worked from home. This is beyond tragic, and it sounds like Sebastian had a breakdown of some sort. I don't know. I pray justice is served. My heart also goes out to all who knew and loved Laura. For more true crime, be sure to follow and subscribe on YouTube. This young man pictured here on the left recently and tragically murdered his mom, his beautiful mother, who's pictured here on the right. This story is both scary and tragic. So a 20-year-old man from Connecticut allegedly beat his mother to death before he started crying out her name. The son reportedly made his first court appearance yesterday on Monday, November 3rd. Sebastian Van Stockum, pictured here on the left, reportedly appeared briefly at the Stamford Superior Court, and that was on charges of murder in connection to the death of his mother, 55-year-old Laura Williams. According to reports, yesterday in court, Sebastian requested a public defender and an optometrist for him to get glasses. So the incident reportedly occurred on October 24th of this year after Sebastian allegedly beat his mother Laura to death with a hammer. This was at her home in Buchanan. Police arrived. Imagine being 208 feet in the air on a roller coaster that goes up to 70 miles per hour and your seatbelt fails and comes unbuckled. Well, that happened recently to one girl, but thank goodness there were some heroes riding in the seat in front of her. So a girl was saved by a couple who was sitting in front of her when they were able to keep her in a roller coaster seat, and this was after the seatbelt restraints failed. The couple's heroic actions were captured on camera, as you can see here on the right. You know how rides will take random pictures of you when you're riding the rides? Well, that was one of those pictures. According to reports, the young girl's seatbelt had come undone during the first hill of the Mamba ride, which is located at the Worlds of Fun Park, which is in Kansas City, Missouri. As I said, that roller coaster travels up to 75 miles per hour. The heroes are reportedly named Chris and Cassie Evans, and they said they heard blood-curdling screams coming from behind them. That was while they were on the ride on October 11th. It was not like any other screams they had ever heard before. It wasn't a normal scream. Chris said at first he just assumed it was the girl's first time riding the ride. But when the girl yelled out that her seatbelt had come undone or unbuckled, the couple stepped into heroic action and reached over behind them to keep her inside the little girl's wrist, and his wife was pushing down on the girl's legs. According to reports, Chris and Cassie have season tickets to this park, and they are very familiar with the Mamba ride, which, as I said, is 208 feet high at its tallest point. It was said as the two of them held on to the terrified girl, they knew the ride had crazy heels and turns that were coming up, and those heels and turns would throw the girl out of the seat because she wasn't secured. Chris said in anticipation of those heels and turns, they shifted their positions to, instead of holding her, to pushing down on her whole body, and that was in order to keep her from coming out of the seat while they were going over the heels. It was said that this couple's quick thinking and heroic actions most likely saved this young girl's life. They were able to keep her secure until the roller coaster ride came to an end. As I said, the roller coaster camera captured the terror in all of their faces. The couple immediately reported the incident to the park, and the park assured them that the ride was closed for inspection for the rest of the day. But just hold on. Since the incident, a Worlds of Fun Park spokesperson has said that safety is their top priority, and since this incident, they completed a thorough investigation before reopening that ride that same evening. Same evening, you said it would be closed for the day. Oh my gosh. They said that the ride is equipped with a multi-layered restraint system, with lap bars being the primary restraint and that the seatbelt serves as a secondary. They said during several inspections there was no evidence of a restraint failure in the lap bar or on the buckles of any seatbelts, and that the ride has operated safely since that incident. The Mamba's last inspection before this incident was reportedly back in April, and I don't like that. That's too far back. But listen to this. A spokesperson for the Department of Public Safety has since said that one of the inspections on October 30th did determine that several belts were found to not be working properly. They said the lap bars and buckles were fully functional, but they implemented slight modifications to several seat belts to ensure they meet safety standards. Why didn't the park do that or say that? I mean, I wonder if she was not properly buckled in to begin with before the ride even started. The couple, Chris and Cassie, has since said they're trying to connect with the little girl and her family because they were separated from her and they weren't able to speak to her after helping her. I mean, no offense to the girl and the family, and they might be doing everything that they can to contact this couple, but I know if I found out a couple saved my daughter's life, I'd be trying my dangest to get in touch with them, to thank them and hug them. I'd be posting all over social media trying to find these heroes. But to each his own, right? Thank you to the heroes in this situation, Chris and Cassie. You guys are amazing and deserve to be praised and recognized. You saved a life. Good job. For more content, be sure to follow and subscribe over on YouTube. Imagine being 208 feet in the air on a roller coaster that goes up to 70 miles per hour and your seatbelt fails and comes unbuckled. Well, that happened recently to girl, but thank goodness there were some heroes riding in the seat in front of her. So a girl was saved by a couple who was sitting in front of her when they were able to. Well, what do we have here? Yet another teacher who is.
Hey, yo, what the? You gonna hit him with the car? What the? Yo, hell no, yo. Hey, yo. Yeah, what's your reason to stop? You ain't even got no reason to stop, bro.
Did y'all just see that crap? This is totally unacceptable, and that cop deserves to be fired and never able to be a law enforcement officer ever again. So this shocking video captured the moment a Baltimore, Maryland police officer looked like he was literally trying to run over a pedestrian, pictured here on the left, with his patrol vehicle. The video starts off with the man who was recording telling a police officer that he had no reason to stop his friend. The friend had already started to walk away towards the alley. Now, should the guy have been walking away from a police officer like that? No, not necessarily, but that did not warrant what the cop then did. The officer, as you saw, then got to his patrol vehicle and rapidly accelerated towards the man who was walking towards the alley, the one that he had pulled over. The man then runs and changes direction and tries to avoid being hit by the police car. The officer then turned towards the man yet again and came very close to striking the man as the man yet again sprinted away from the patrol vehicle, literally trying not to die. The video eventually ended, as you saw, after the cop crashed his patrol vehicle. That was after he chased the pedestrian into traffic and then back off the road. The Baltimore Police Department has since said in a statement that they are aware of the officer's concerning actions. Reportedly, the officer has been suspended, thankfully, and the department has launched an investigation into the incident. The police department said that what was seen in this video was not only disturbing, but also alarming, and I totally agree. They said it's not how they expect their officers to act, and that it doesn't reflect their values or standards. Well, thank goodness. Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott also released a statement regarding the video. He said that the video was deeply concerning and that the investigation into the officer will be very thorough with all laws and regulations in order to ensure proper accountability and to be transparent. Now, reportedly, news outlets have spoken with a man who was recording the video, and he said that his friend who was running from the patrol vehicle was okay, but that he had a banged up knee and he was sore. I mean, I can imagine. This is absolutely unreal. It's this type of cop that gives them all a bad name. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For more content, make sure to follow and subscribe on YouTube.
Hey, yo, what the? You going
starts off with the man who was recording telling a police officer that he had no reason to stop his friend. The friend had already started to walk away down towards an alley. Now, should the guy have been walking away from a police officer like that? No. Bacteria from the devices can transfer over to your sheet. I would have never thought that. My prayers are with Ashton that he heals quickly and fully. Let this serve as a warning and tell your kids to stop sleeping with their devices, as this is terrifying and it could have been way worse. For more content, be sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Y'all, this is absolutely terrifying. Let this serve as a warning that something like this can indeed happen. So a little boy almost died in his home when the charging cable for his tablet got tangled up with a metal chain that he was wearing around his neck. It then electrocuted him. 9-year-old Ashton Pitts, pictured here, suffered horrible burns around his entire neck and his left hand. This reportedly occurred in Jana, Louisiana at around 5 a.m. on October 19th. Reportedly, he started crying for help and that luckily then woke up his parents. He was then rushed to a local emergency room before he was then transferred to a specialized burn unit. According to reports, Ashton was sleeping next to his charger, which was plugged into an extension cord. But during some point of the night, the connection point slightly separated, and that allowed the necklace that he was wearing to touch the prongs of the charger. Ashton, the little boy, has since reportedly spoken to local news outlets, and he said it was like a loud bang, and then he woke up and he started shaking. He's the same family who has been taking up for him and making excuses ever since this. There was a celebration outside of the courthouse as protesters celebrated the guilty verdict, and they reportedly chanted, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," which, as you know, is what Sonia said to Sean right before she was shot and killed. The attorneys who represented Sonia's family, named Ben Crump and Antonio Romanowski, said they believe that Sean's actions warranted a first-degree murder conviction, but that it is still a measure of justice for Sonia's family. Now, there are several people, including some of her own family members, who are outraged at the fact he only got a conviction for second-degree murder and not first-degree. Sean now reportedly faces a maximum sentence of 4 to 20 years in prison for that second-degree murder charge conviction. Under state law in Illinois, he would most likely be able to get day-for-day credit for good behavior in prison, which unfortunately means he could end up serving only half of his prison sentence, but I sure hope not. 4 to 20 years is not nearly enough, as he deserves life, in my honest opinion. Some of Sonia's family members said that Sean showed no remorse during trial and that he was cocky throughout the whole thing until his verdict was read and he was convicted, and that then knocked the smirk off his face. That's what Sonia's dad reportedly said. Also, I just found this out, but in August of this year, the Sonia Massey Act was signed, which reportedly requires stricter background checks when hiring police officers. And I think that's great because background checks, stricter ones, are definitely needed these days. So anyway, there we have it. There's the verdict. I'm glad he was found guilty, but again, it should have been with first-degree murder. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments, and for more true crime, be sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hallelujah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. We are going to walk inside of the house that inspired the movie Conjuring.
It was like the hand of God made a fist. What's that? Where's the ring?
There are things in this world that we will never fully understand. We want answers. We have worked here frighten people around the world and share stories.
Never had anybody mad at me before.
Plagued by a sort of sinister entity and were terrorized at their farmhouse in Rhode Island. Well, we're here because the new owners believe that this dark force has been reawakened. Based on the case files of famed paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, we're about to reopen their most notorious case. This home in Harrisville, Rhode Island is nearly 300 years old. It has seen its share of tragedy, bearing witness to the birth of a nation in the war that almost tore it apart. These walls have stood the test of time, but so too has the dark entity that roams this ancient land. Before the Aaron family lived through their terrifying experience, the Arnold family resided here for generations. During that time, they were cursed with many tragedies, including the death of Sally, who in 1848 succumbed to typhus along with two of her children. Susan Arnold hanged herself with a small Civil War vehicle. 11-year-old Prudence Arnold declined 22-year-old William Knowlton's invitation to marry, and for this she was nearly decapitated. John Arnold committed suicide by ingesting an insecticide. And neighbor Jarvis Smith went on an alcoholic binge and was found dead from exposure in the Arnold barn. Why all this suffering? Is there an ancient force in these woods?
I think I died in an accident, cause this must be heaven.
Hey, how you doing?
I gotta testify.
The spring of 2019. It wasn't long before they were able to see the same black mass that the Aaron family documented.
How you get the bad bitch and bumble? Yes, and all of his friends, them boys broke me. How you get the bad bitch and bumble? My ex and all. How you get the bad bitch and bumble? My ex. How you get the bad bitch and bumble? How you get the bad bitch and bumble? Making no bed if it wasn't time. How you get the bad? No matter how you feel at home, no matter how you do. Go in and make your makeup early. Just bring up the intent, but the boys say I clean up good.
I guess mine was red.
Wasn't ready.
That's General Tom.
Rumor has it he's the one I'm leaving.
Look, I just want to
Next up, the style switcheroo. A model needs to master the quick change. Are your business getting back? You don't know what it's back to me, your warrior. Are your business getting back? You don't know what it's back to me, your warrior. You don't know what is back. You don't know what is back to me, your boy.
Yes. Been born. I want to say he was born that way. Also, he could have been hit by an RV. I don't know what happened there. If he had autism or something. Yes. He been born. I want to say he was born that way.
Printed 40 years earlier, these events have already traumatized members of this brave family. What manifestations have happened that you have seen?
We've been seeing a lot of lights, just like flashes of lights where there shouldn't be any lights. We have seen the black mist.
Have seen the black mist.
Yeah,
I have not.
shots. That bothered me. Yeah. That bothered me.
About 2 weeks. We were sleeping. We did not hear about it till the next day. And the night we didn't talk about it at first, and we were supposed to spend 2 nights here before him and I headed back to Maine, and he was insisting on going that day.
What could this black mass be that terrorized Rory's son to the point that he refused to return to this house for 2 weeks?
Knowing the history of what has happened here, are you at all concerned for your friend, his family?
I am a little concerned. I don't really understand the potential of what's here. I've been here at the house pretty much since Corey moved. And during that time, I've seen a lot of strange things. One of the most impactful things that I experienced was a black mist. The best way I can describe it is this black mist that comes together and then literally
get up right now? Did test it.
Oh yeah, flew off all around it.
Okay. Is this the spot where you were?
That's where I was standing.
Is that where you were standing?
Yes.
Okay. Just testing the floor out. I'm not hearing any popping sounds beneath my feet, so I will conclude that what you guys captured, that is unexplainable.
Okay, so I walk over there with the geophone device.
Right.
The same spot. In the same exact spot, right? And this happens.
Dude, that's a 7 degree.
And EMF spikes.
That is reading 78. You have a 7-degree temperature increase in the same area where you heard a lot of it. There is no explanation for that.
No.
Now, a lot of people always think that you just have a decrease in temperature in cold spots. Temperatures can go either way. And I believe a lot of that depends on the type of spirit, too. And I think that our evil, negative presences can actually raise temperature. We move to the 3rd floor to continue our in-depth analysis.
I haven't been in here yet,
Yeah.
and it is an energy that is just, it's very strong. It's almost like you can hear the energy and it's on full blast. I'm gonna find out.
I know. The next thing this thing says.
Yeah.
Different energy.
I know.
This is the hottest spot upstairs.
I kept feeling like a psychic feeling.
Yeah.
Like everything was like giving me messages throughout the whole thing. I even had nightmares last night about this lady telling me stuff. Like through, like not even speaking, just like totally talking through my head. And I could see her. She was saying stuff to me, and I look around, and all we're in another room.
About this close.
Yeah, about some psychic lady. That's so weird. And then we get this.
This
and what
is
you're saying.
you don't know this. This is a reoccurring thing that happens to select people.
Wow.
I hate to have these dreams where there would be an old lady in the castle and just questioning me about somebody being murdered in the house.
Is this same old lady infiltrating
These are how
Aaron's
we know
dreams?
Okay.
Aaron turns on the direct link. Right off the bat, we get this voice.
You see the book? I do. I have not heard any of this. Now look down at the book.
Die.
Do you hear this voice? Do you hear your voice? If you want them to die, do something to them. Something to them. Go ahead, continue.
So I got excited. We established the communication with the direct link. I had the paranormal pop in my head. And I asked, who are you? 6.
Wait, what did it say? 6?
Who are you? It says 6.
What does 6 have to do with anything?
No way. You got the number 6?
That's number 6.
You know what 6 means? The Tiedemanns, a lot of people believe they were cursed because the Tiedemanns' children all died at very young ages. Do you know how many children died?
6.
We go down another level to the 2nd floor parlor.
Things really changed when we got to this level.
You gotta understand that each floor and each area has different energies in it. It's so weird.
So in this moment, we were standing right about here. And Aaron said, there's something around me. So I gave him the puck. What is around Aaron?
Spirits.
Oh my god.
Okay, so that's an intelligent response telling you, while you're feeling negative, that there is large general spirits around you.
Right. Which I don't know the history, but I took it as not more entities.
Right.
Ooh, guys. I'm getting that feeling that these are just
Yeah, and that was
Look at
this is exactly what
You can
happened.
see we're sweating. It's very hot in here, and he has goosebumps, and his hairs are standing up. Dude, feel this. Look at. Let me tell you something. It is hot in here. It's got to be 88 degrees, and this cold air mass just came up right here, and it's hovering right here. Showing this evidence is letting those spirits know that we received their message, and now they're either really excited or intent now to take it even deeper because they're actually pissed off. If you're a human spirit, if you lived here, if you died here, we want to talk to you. Can you do something for me? The hell was that? That was intelligent. Right there. That was right there.
He moved to the basement level to wrap up the analysis.
Right?
Yeah.
He was like, remember what you said to me, Aaron? No, we came down here and you told me.
Oh yeah. It's weird. But it wasn't me, it was
His
my head. It was like someone was telling me to tell him. So
he just changed as soon as we got down here. What was happening? Something was stinging your neck or something?
Yeah, my whole neck was burned.
And we captured an EVP at that exact moment. Ready?
Whoa.
Loud as can be.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Yeah.
Does it say what I think it says? Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Kill you.
That's what I was gonna say.
Kill you.
You guys did a good job. This evidence is like ridiculous. So with this said, let's wrap it up. Let's get ready. We're going right into lockdown right now.
What was that, dude?
Alright, we're just getting ready. We got our cameras rolling, and we just heard a very loud bang. Which camera?
That's the third floor.
That's the floor that's under construction. I'm going to put my respirator on and we're headed there right now. As we make our way to the third floor to investigate this banging noise, we all hear another unexplained knocking sound. After Christina emerges from the basement, she's immediately overwhelmed by something powerful.
I don't feel right here, right?
She was saying like this thing's gonna kill me.
He wants to throw you down the stairs.
In Virginia City, Nevada, Christina, a psychic medium, just collapsed.
They're a danger. They don't understand. They're gonna kill you. It's gonna do.
Where's Jay at? He was with that psychic. Yeah, where is he?
said my eyes were dark. They were black. My face was towards it. It didn't even sound. Anyway, so we go to bed. It's me and Patty. Apparently, it was embarrassing. I grabbed her boob and I was kissing her on the back of her shoulder. But it wasn't me.
So you think that entity possessed you and caused you to start groping on another woman?
Yeah. And I don't even know what time it was, probably like around 2 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and there's something clutching my inner thigh, like this.
Yeah.
That hard. So, of course, I completely lost it. I threw a fit. And I said, you get the hell out of here, right now.
This is interesting and this is scary.
Exactly.
As Jackie and I head towards the Union Brewery, she shares a piece of compelling and chilling evidence. Security camera footage filmed from the interior of the building, capturing 2 EVPs, as well as the doors mysteriously opening.
Parents say, we'll be back. Someone says, okay. We'll be back, okay.
From poltergeist activity to possession and even death proves that this entity's power is boundless.
This is serious stuff. What we're dealing with here is a massive claim made by the ex-wife about her ex-husband being killed by something that lives in there. What do you believe killed your husband?
It's a dark entity down below that needs to go.
Jay took the psychic medium down there just a little while ago. Now it's time for you two to go in there. I just told her. She was saying like this thing's gonna kill me. You two guys need to go down there. I want you guys being very, very careful. I'm gonna go in here. I just found somebody who's a real close friend of Dawn's. He's really concerned about her. So let's find out what this thing is. Okay? Dan, how you doing? You're good friends with Dawn.
Yeah, for a little over 8 years, 2,000.
Okay. Are you concerned for her? About this building?
The building and what's in the building.
As Dan and I are speaking, Aaron and Billy
Almost
are
bad.
directly below us. They're beginning to collect evidence.
You guys always get to see my
What was
cake.
that? It was about to put this down. Did it say go? Oh, God, it did. Are you sick again? Yes, it said it.
Did you know her ex-husband?
Yes.
Do you feel as though the building affected him?
Yeah.
Some type of bad spirit here. Why are you in fear for Dawn?
I had a come in here, and she walked into the bar, turned around and ran out, and she says that she saw a ring on the back table.
Is it the same medium that
I heard upstairs.
This was a different one,
Left
not the
upstairs,
one that
I don't
tonight
know.
went through here. This was a
But
different one.
I gotta find it. So,
And later she saw me next to
but I
the
cannot look. There's look into my way.
She goes, that entity is a killer,
As of right now, I do not know
and
which.
wants to
Oh,
possess.
nope, I found it. Never mind.
And she
It's behind this box.
said he wants to throw you upstairs. And she told Dawn, this thing in the basement is so pissed off at you.
Let's talk about that, because right now 2 of my guys are down in the basement.
Dude, I just got this weird feeling. Something right here was.
There's a figure. It just popped up. Seriously? Yeah, a figure popped up. Are you under the stairs? There was something that was crawling through the stick figure box. For real? Yes, when you were over there. There's a figure. It just popped up. Seriously? You take this. I'll take this. Just for 1 second. We'll try something. Right over here. Right there.
Oh, dude, Matt, you and now there's something on the wall.
Right here?
Yeah, it's trying to reach at your head. It's reaching at your head. Oh my God, just jumped on your shoulder, and it's like stomping on your arm.
Do you not like me in your space?
It's like you're gonna cross that threshold and try to get you out of that spot.
That.
Dude,
Who are you?
oh God. What the dude?
Talk to me.
Gone.
What do you think can happen to Dawn? Do you want her to continue to stay here, to sleep here?
We had to take her off the hill because she's been so sick by going into the basement that she gets like shakes and can't eat.
Did
I heard him. Right here.
Pretty brand new.
It's all the same.
Oh, shit. I got a call from Dawn. We've been several times. She's had a problem staying in the car by herself. She tries to help her. Yeah, I came over and she said, I just don't feel comfortable standing by myself. She said, can you just lay down next to me? And I said, sure. So I was about 2:30 in the morning hearing noise, and it just kept getting louder and louder. Like what they say, maybe a tornado would sound like. But I'm like, this isn't coming from outside, it's coming from below. And then all of a sudden something hit the room, and it was like an explosion. It was deafening. And the bed just lifted off the ground, so the whole thing came back down.
Bed?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This is not for who's on this, the rest of us to come in here and try to play this thing. This is something that I'm questioning how far we should go into trying to hunt it down.
something is affecting me in here.
Yes.
Something going on down here.
You see if there's
Hard to breathe again. I have a respirator on. I should be done. No problem. My chest is hurting a little bit.
no readings. At least not EMF. Well, I need my static though right here. Where at?
What are you? Are you human? You demand you to live?
I just gotta put it in my hair first. I should probably do that first. Alright.
Absolutely unbelievable. It was said bystanders attempted life-saving measures, but she was declared deceased at a local hospital. Her family is now saying they have a ton of unanswered questions, and they are confused because they were never even told a pool would be part of that field trip. Furthermore, it was said that Victoria's family has not been told how school staff lost track of Victoria, or how she got in the pool, or how long she was in the pool. And that's totally unacceptable. The family further said that the pool was not part of the trip, and that they still don't know how it was accessible or whether it had been properly secured or supervised. Now listen to this. It was further said that the school has not even contacted Victoria's family since her death. Can you believe that? They said it's even harder for the family because nobody from the elementary school has reached out to them. Not a single call, message, no representative has contacted the parents to offer their condolences or to visit the board with them. Nothing. Unreal. Now, reportedly, the school community, like parents of students, did receive a general letter, but her parents were never contacted or confronted directly, and that silence has now added to their unbearable pain, and I can imagine. But listen to what the school system had the nerve to say when they were reached out to for comment by news outlets. They said, out of respect for the privacy of the parents, they will not share details of interactions with the family. What interactions? Because there have been no interactions. Are you kidding me? The Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the Polk County Sheriff's Office are still reportedly investigating Victoria's death. This is absolutely unacceptable, and it should have never happened. I smell a lawsuit with this one. I have so many questions. Why was she not being watched? How did she walk to this pool? How long was she gone before anyone ever even noticed? My prayers are definitely with all of this precious little girl's loved ones. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For more content, be sure to follow and subscribe here on YouTube. Y'all, how did this happen? How in the world did this precious little girl die on a school field trip? A family is now left demanding answers after a 6-year-old little girl was found unresponsive in a pool during a field trip. This was in Georgia. According to reports, Victoria King, pictured here on the left, died on Wednesday at Carlton Farms, which is in Rockmart. This was reportedly while she was on a field trip with Garrity Elementary School. She reportedly was found in a pool that was next to a house after a staff member realized that there was a girl missing from their group at around noon. Absolutely unbelievable. It was said bystanders attempted life-saving measures, but she was declared deceased at a local hospital. Her family is now saying they have a ton of unanswered questions, and they are confused because they were never even told a pool would be part of that field trip. Furthermore, it was said that Victoria's family has not been told how school staff lost track of Victoria, or how she got in the pool, or how long she was in the pool. And that's totally unacceptable. The family further said that the pool was not part of the trip, and that they still don't know how it was accessible or whether it had been properly secured or supervised. Now listen to this. It was further said that the school has not even contacted Victoria's family since her death. Can
coffee packet either, which is unusual for her.
Unreal. Now, reportedly, the school community, like parents of students, did receive a general letter, but her parents were never contacted or confronted directly, and that
We're gonna go to
silence
bed
has now
eventually.
added
You'll
to
be
their
alright.
unbearable pain that I can imagine. But listen to what the school system had the nerve to say when they were reached out to for comment by news outlets. They said, out of respect for the privacy of the parents, they will not share details of interactions with the family. What interactions? Because there have been no interactions.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me? The Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the Polk County Sheriff's Office are still reportedly investigating Victoria's death. This is absolutely unacceptable and it should have never happened. I smell a lawsuit with this one. I have so many questions. Why was she not being watched? How did she walk to this pool? How long was she gone before anyone ever even noticed? Our prayers are definitely with all of this precious little girl's loved ones. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. For more content, be sure to follow and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Y'all, how did this happen? How in the world did this precious little girl die on a school field trip? A family is now left demanding answers after a 6-year-old little girl was found unresponsive in a pool during a field trip. This was in Georgia. According to reports, Victoria Keith, pictured here on the left, died on Wednesday at Carlton Farms, which is in Rockmart. This was reportedly while she was on a field trip with McGarity Elementary School. She reportedly was found in a pool that was next to a house after a staff member realized that there was a girl missing from their group at around noon. Absolutely unbelievable. It was said bystanders attempted life-saving measures, but she was declared deceased at a local hospital. Her family is now saying they have a ton of unanswered questions, and they are confused because they were never even told a pool would be part of that field trip. Furthermore, it was said that Victoria's family has not been told how school staff lost track of Victoria, or how she got in the pool, or how long she was in the pool. And that's totally unacceptable. The family further said that the pool was not part of the trip, and that they still don't know how it was accessible or whether it had been properly secured or supervised. Now listen to this. It was further said that the school has not even contacted Victoria's family since her death. Can you believe that? They said it's even harder for the family because nobody from the elementary school has reached out to them. Not a single call, message, no representative has contacted the parents to offer their condolences or to visit to mourn with them. Nothing. Unreal. Now, reportedly, the school community, like parents of students, did receive a general letter, but her parents were never contacted or confronted directly, and that silence has now added to their unbearable pain, and I can imagine. But listen to what the school system had the nerve to say when they were reached out to for comment by news outlets. They said, out of respect for the privacy of the parents, they will not share details of interactions with the family. What interactions? Because there have been no interactions. Are you kidding me? The Georgia Bureau of Investigation and the Polk County Sheriff's Office are still reportedly investigating Victoria's death. This is absolutely unacceptable and it should have never happened. I smell a lawsuit with this one. I have so many questions. Why was she not being watched? How did she walk to this pool? How long was she gone before anyone ever even noticed? Our prayers are definitely with her. Hey everyone, y'all know what time it is. It is time for an Aldi haul. As you know, I joined Gamble several months ago, about 2 months ago. I'm on a GLP-1 journey, so I've been trying to get some. So hello. Guys, you want to be in the video? Let's be in the video with me. Anyway, as you know, I started on a GLP-1 journey a few months ago, so I'm trying to get some healthy foods, and Aldi is great for healthy foods. It really is. You don't ever know what they're going to have. So I was going to share that haul with you. As you know, when you're on a GLP-1, you've got to eat healthy. You can really eat what you want, but you want to eat healthy. It'll make the weight come off quicker, but you also have to be really careful and make sure you get your protein in. So today when I went, I was really looking for protein options, and that's what I'm going to share with y'all. I'm just going to go ahead and share with y'all the whole haul that I got for $150. You cannot beat their prices. Alright, so the first thing I got, that Maggie Glitter over here has already got into green grapes, organic green seedless grapes. So good. I also got the ultra filtered milkshakes. They have 30 grams of protein in them. I got the vanilla to try, 2 grams of sugars, 9 vitamins and minerals, and each has 150 calories. And it's a large bottle. It's really big. It's bigger than like the normal Premier Protein, the small shakes. So I was excited to buy that. Got the kiddos juicy juice, whatever you want to call it, juice boxes. Maggie likes these honey graham crackers that individual.
Oh gosh, hold on.
Then I got some of these for my husband to try, the frosted shredded bite-sized wheat blueberries. So I got those for him. Also, he loves the Special K cereal. This is Aldi's brand for the Special K berries. He's gonna try that and see how that was. I'm super excited about these. These are protein waffles. They have 12 grams of protein in each of them, so I'm super excited to try those. I mean, the protein is better than normal waffles, so we'll see how those are. I got these for the kids. Honey buns. Breakfast sausage to make this weekend. Also, y'all know I told y'all I've been eating a lot of fish lately, and I was making rice, and a good friend of mine, Ryan Aguilar, who I met through social media, he was telling me to try the cauliflower rice, that it's not as and so I'm going to try this. It's rice cauliflower, and it's supposed to taste very similar to rice. Next, I got these little white cheddar puffs for Maggie Blair, my little one right here. Doritos for the middle schoolers. Alright, I don't have a clue if I'm going to like these Rocky Minnesota rice cakes, but I got it anyway. I want to try it. It's caramel flavor. 7 pieces for 110 calories. It's not that bad. It doesn't have 2 grams of protein in it, but I still wanted to see, in case I want something sweet. It's the caramel kind. We'll see if I like them. I tried rice cakes years ago, didn't like them, but I'll try this one. Slim Jims for the kiddos. And for me, they're actually decent with protein, but I think the sodium's bad. Then I got these. They're protein tortillas. I'm going to like make sandwich wraps on them. Yeah, I'm turkey sandwich wraps. I got that. Got these. My stepdaughter loves these. I can't pronounce whatever this is. Some type of salami. And then cordon cheese. She loves those. Any type of Italian meat she likes. Sweet cream, salted butter, just to have on hand. And then I got a pack of the Deli Slice classic turkey breast made on my wraps, my protein wraps. This is so good with bagels. It's the cream cheese, broken cream cheese. Not necessarily the most healthy in the world, but it's still good. I gotta make my hubby a dessert, so I got some big chocolate chips. Then I got these little things. It's called Bold House Farms. It's got 30 grams of protein in it. These are like $2.50 a piece. It's a protein shake. I've never had this brand, so I thought I would try it. Got lots of vitamins, as you can see. Also got these organic sparkling probiotic drinks. When you are on a GLP-1, you need to focus on probiotics and keeping your gut healthy. So I got these. Pineapple mango. I got several brands just to try. This is that same brand, strawberry mint peach. Also got these. Gonna make those this weekend with the kiddos. Okay, Maggie's daddy had to get her. She was getting fussy. Alright, so I got some pulled pork. Y'all know I like putting that over macaroni and cheese. It's really good doing that with the kids. Okay, I got these. This is the other protein milkshake thing. I got it in vanilla. Alright, I have no clue what these are. They're called teriyaki chicken mayo buns, B-A-O, I think. But evidently it's like Asian style steak buns filled with chicken thigh meat and teriyaki sauce. It's got 18 grams of protein. It's pretty darn good. So I was gonna try those. Bag of for me and the children. It's like a grab bag. I don't know what I'm gonna get. And I got these for my husband and stepdaughter. They're like little, they're called Panino Bites, chorizo wrapped in fresh mozzarella cheese. Wow, guys, this is absolutely unbelievable. No justice was served in the slightest bit whatsoever today. You want to know why these female pedophiles keep doing what they're doing? Listen to this right here. So this is Lindsay Whiteside out of Mississippi, DeSoto County, and she is a former youth minister and basketball coach. She was indicted on 1 count of sexual battery of a child by a person of trust or authority, and this was last year in 2024. She allegedly had sex with a teen female victim, who she was supposed to be mentoring, might I add. She was reportedly indicted by a DeSoto County grand jury. Well, she had court today on Monday, October 13th. She pled guilty. But guess what? She got no jail time. Imagine that. I guarantee you a man would have gotten jail time though, I'm just being honest. So according to reports, today's